up YouTube? Night Edge here again. Got another little quick review for you. This one's been in the collection for a while, man. I've used the heck out of this thing. Before I get into it, appreciate everybody that's liked the videos. Hit the like button if you like them. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content. And if you really want to support the channel, join the Patreon. I really appreciate all my Patreons. All the proceeds from that go towards shipping and knives. Trying to get up to the point where I can get some knives and maybe even one day start doing a Patreon giveaway. So thanks everyone that's in that, and if you're interested in that, links down below. So this one is the Gerber Shark Belly. Pretty interesting little knife. It's a little cheap knife comparatively, you know, to, I mean, it's about 35, 36 bucks or so. Some people it's not really cheap, but it is sub $50, you know, which is definitely what I would consider like a budget knife, but is all made in the USA, which is one good thing. Portland, Oregon, made in USA. I know Gerber, a lot of their stuff has been over the last couple of years outsourced. Not all of it, but I think a lot of it. I think they're kind of like some of the other American companies where they're trying to like bring back kind of home country manufacturing, you know. Hopefully I see Schrade's trying to do that. That's good. But yeah, let's get into it. We'll go ahead and do overall specs here. Let me see if I can find my tape measure. It'd probably help. So if you're looking at it, put it the right way here. Looking at it from the tip of the blade all the way to the butt of the handle, you're looking right at about 7 3/4 inches there. Blade length, you're looking, if you go all the way back to the handle, almost 3.5, about 3 3/8. Cutting edge, you're looking at right just a hair over, just a hair over 3 1/4. We'll do the calibers here. Check the thickness on this shark belly. All right. Let's see, thickest part of the spine, you're looking at 97.5 thousandths. And behind the edge, right around 29 thousandths there. Let's go up here a little bit. Let's see, let me go up right there, about 31 thousandths or so. So definitely not super, super, you know, super slicey, I mean, it's thin to begin with, the blade stock is. But definitely not a super slicer. Under 1/2 inch, 0.44 of an inch on the handle thickness. Can't talk today. So you know, not really a factor either way on the handle thickness. It's pretty ergonomic. It's got some does, for, you know, for the price of it, for it being a rather cheap knife, it does have some nice little grooves that they put in there to help. And then it's got this little groove right here, the jimping that's kind of along the spine of the handle, the lock back part. Now why they didn't continue that up here, I have no idea, you know. But all right, before I get too far into the weeds on ergonomics and how I feel about it, let me go ahead and do size comparisons here. That's Ontario Rat 1, that's Ontario Knives Rat Model 2. So you can see it's kind of right in between, pretty close actually to the Rat 1. Let's get out the Demco Knives 8010, so definitely smaller than the 8010. And there's the shark's foot blade. That's a shark belly knife. That's a shark's foot blade with the shark lock. So a lot of sharks around here today. But yeah, a little bit longer than that. All right, and one more, last but certainly not least, Spyderco Paramilitary 2 and your Spyderco pair of 3. So definitely closer to the Paramilitary 2. Cutting edge, actually maybe a little bit more than the Paramilitary 2, while the length is just shy of the Paramilitary 2. Let's get out the scale, zero her out. There's a lot back, I think I mentioned that earlier. So while you can let's see, 2.2 ounces. Try not to go off on a tangent, start rambling here. 2.2 ounces, so fairly light, under the ounce and inch ratio. That's pretty good. Let's get out the blue jeans, and it only offers right-handed tip up carry, so that's kind of a bummer, but yeah, only offers right hand tip up carry. The wire clip's nice, mounted in there, you know, that's all you see when you're carrying it, so that's a good thing. And carries pretty good, you know. We saw a second ago it's pretty light. Disassembly wise, I don't think it's really too much meant for disassembly because there's no exposed hardware here, nothing at all on this side. You know, on that side of the pivot it is a captive pivot, which is, you know, a good thing, but doesn't really seem like it was designed to be disassembled too much, right? Now you might be able to unscrew this all the way, take the clip out, slide this off. I'm pretty sure it's running on some sort of bearing in there. I can't see in there good enough to really tell, but it doesn't have that, it definitely doesn't have the feel like it's running on washers at all. You kind of got two little stops there. You got, let's see, when you disengage it and you're closing it, you got to stop there, right? And then you close it, so maybe one. Yeah, just kind of like a half stop, almost like a slip joint, right there, and then open, right there, and then close. All right, and it feels like the lot is seemingly pretty decently secure. No billboarding on the blade, well, a little billboarding. You got Gerber on this side, and on this side you've got Made in USA, Portland, Oregon, 420 HC, and that's the model number right there. Pretty neat little blade shape there. Yeah, I mean, for a utility knife, something to use for work or around the house, you know, opening boxes up, you know, maybe even doing a little non-knife stuff, you know, because of the price of it. This one's not too bad, you know, 35 bucks. Now, for 35 bucks, you can also get some other, you know, pretty decent knives too, you know. I mean, I would probably recommend one of the Rats over this for that price, but this is USA made, so keep that in mind. The steel on it, not really a good steel at all. 420, you know, it'll go dull pretty quick, and I have put a couple edges on it, you know. I have a decent edge, you know, make a few rope cuts. It'll do what you need it to do for a day or two, maybe, you know. A little bit longer maybe if you strop it, but yeah, overall not really a super edge retentive steel, you know. Not total garbage, you know. Not as bad as like what I would say is like surgical stainless or something, in my opinion. But let's check out, I forgot to check that out, so let's see what size that is. I'm thinking it's a T6 on that pivot screw, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I want to make sure I cover everything, but yeah, that's a T6. It'd be good if it was a T8, but I mean, shoot, that's the only screw you got to worry about, so that's a good thing, I guess. Like I said earlier, I like the wire clip for the money. You know, around 35, 37 bucks. It's not too bad, you know. I mean, it's right in there with, you know, some other little budget bangers, you know, the Rats and you know, a couple other cheapo knives. I'm sure you can think of some off the top of your head that aren't too bad. You know, you get a good deal on a Kubi or Civivi or CJRB or something like that. The Pyrite Light is actually another great alternative to this one that I would recommend. But if you want to support USA made, you know, on a really cheap, on the cheaper side, you know, budget, and you don't mind carry right-handed tip up or the steel, you know, 420, I don't think it's too bad of an option, you know. There's definitely a lot better options, you know. Deployment on it kind of sucks doing the slow roll out, you know. You can open it with one hand, and you know, you push the lock in, you can disengage it with one hand whenever you get used to it. It's just not going to be something you can like flick out, you know, or anything like that, you know. But it is pretty secure in the pocket, and it's very lightweight. That's another positive about it. So yeah, for the money, I don't think it's too bad. I'm gonna put it on my sub $100 playlist for sure, and I don't know, probably not gonna put it on the most recommended knives playlist just because of the steel, but it is not too terrible of a knife, you know. It'll do the job you need it to do, but that 420C, you're definitely gonna be stropping a lot, and you gotta kind of get used to all the other little pitfalls of the knife, like the, you know, right-handed only, tip down only carry. I mean, that might be the way you carry. If that is, that's awesome, you know. Oh, it does have a little lanyard hole too there, and this back is closed in, so that kind of helps keep debris from getting down in there, so that's a good thing. But yeah, that is the Gerber Shark Belly. Been meaning to do a review on this one for a while. It's been in my collection for a long time. Just now getting around to it. And really appreciate you guys watching. If you're interested, it'll be linked down below. I think BladeHQ would be my affiliate link for it. I really appreciate using that. It helps the channel if you decide to use that. If not, that's fine too. And like I said at the beginning, Patreon, really appreciate everyone in Patreon. It means a lot to me if you're in the Patreon. If you're interested in joining, the link for Patreon's down below as well. Tiers go from $2 on up a month. Same content. I just try to do like a little extra update video once a week or something like that for my Patreons. And I appreciate everybody in Patreon. Also, like the video if you like it, and subscribe if you want more content, because there's definitely a lot more of it coming, hopefully. And I'll see you guys on the next one.